Hey guys, Sarah here. First of all, I want to apologize. I was supposed to do this update yesterday, but I worked a really long day and then I went out for my sister's birthday, so I just didn't have time to do this in addition to everything else. Okay, I feel amazing. I feel like this food is, I don't know, it's doing something on a cellular level. Like there is so much vitality in living foods, and I can feel it changing my body, like doing awesome stuff to it. I've had a ton more energy than I've had in a really long time. I started working out again, which I haven't been able to do in a really long time. I do stretches in the morning and I walk my dog and stuff, and I'm just active in general. But actually lifting weights and working out, I haven't done in a while, and I have started doing that again this week, so that's kind of cool. I went out to a social gathering last night, and it was sort of a test, I guess, to see how I would do in a situation with not wanting to drink, because it was dinner and then we had a bonfire afterwards, and so as far as the food goes, I'm not eating the same things everyone else is eating, and then obviously everyone else is having some drinks and doing Jello shots and all this kind of stuff, and I am not. But it actually went really good. I had my little case of Perrier, and I really enjoyed that, and I kind of remembered what it was like the last few times I was drinking, and I don't know, it started to not suit me or do well with my body. I would be drinking and I could feel it just inside of me. I just kept thinking I know what you're doing, and you're doing terrible things to all my organs and stuff. So it hasn't been a struggle, I guess, to not drink, and I was happy to drink my Perrier. And of course, watching everyone else have their beverages and was positive reinforcement for me too, because I was like, wow, I'm sober and I can still stand properly and I'm not gonna feel like crap tomorrow, and I know how all of you guys are gonna feel. And I felt great the next day. I got up, I did a workout, I walked my dog, I got a bunch of errands done, I was super productive, and I could have been laying around feeling like crap, and not firing on all cylinders, I guess. Even if you're hungover, you can still get up and do stuff, but you're not as productive as you would be if you were drinking water all night. So I was really happy with that. I felt really good about that. And the food, okay, so I love this food. I think it tastes delicious. I haven't run out of ideas yet of things to make, but I am really struggling with not having anything cooked. And I am pretty sure that at the end of this 30 days, I am going to go back. I don't want to. I just know that raw is so good for me. But I'm finding it so hard not to be able to do lasagna or spaghetti and meatballs or just these comfort foods, So I'm going to try to Google things and try to find some recipes for raw vegan comfort foods and see if there's some things that are not overly complicated, because I don't like spending hours and hours in the kitchen either. So I want stuff that's simple and that is still going to satisfy that craving of the comfort food thing, right? But that's been a struggle for me. So if there is anyone out there that is raw vegan that has comfort food recipes, please share those in the comments below, because this is where I'm struggling. I don't have any issues getting rid of the caffeine. I have no issues getting rid of alcohol. I have no issues getting rid of the processed foods. All of this stuff has been no problem. But cooked food, I don't know. It's I want cooked food. Okay, so also I just want to give you guys a quick little rundown here of what I'm eating, or like the nutrients that I'm making sure that I get into me. So I'm following intermittent fasting, and again, I explained this in a previous video, and I did actually make a video on intermittent fasting, which you can check out. But it's not restricting calories, okay? It is just restricting the window in which you consume those calories, and it has a ton of health benefits. Like, it increases lifespan, it increases your growth hormone production by quite a lot. It helps shed extra fat. What else? Increases brain function. There's just a ton of benefits to it. So I fast for 16 hours and then I eat for 8. So for 8 of those hours, I'm like sleeping, so I'm already fasting, and then I just get up and I just skip breakfast basically. And I start eating at noon. And between noon and 8 is when I will consume all of my calories. And so what I do is I just have 2 big meals a day now, like lunch and dinner, rather than the 3 regular meals that everyone else is having. So it's not been hard. It's like I said, it's got a ton of health benefits. So you can check out my video on that. I also put a whole bunch of information in the description box with links to other very informative videos about it, with some like doctors explaining about this and stuff. So anyways, long story short, at noon I start to eat. I break my fast, or I have my breakfast, and the very first thing that I do is I get a bunch of seeds into me. And you could put these into your smoothie, or you could put them on your salads, but I just eat them straight up first thing, because then I know I'm getting it into me. Because what if I don't eat a smoothie? Like, what if I'm having leftovers from the day before or something? So this is what I do very first thing, and then I will start eating. So as soon as the clock hits 12, and some days it's no problem. Some days it's like 1 o'clock and I'm going, oh, shoot, I better eat, and then other days I'm feeling hungry, and like 11:57 I'm sitting there counting the moments until noon. But as soon as it hits noon, I have I get a teaspoon, and I have a teaspoon of ground chia seeds, and I just eat it, and you can get it back with some water. And then I also have a teaspoon of hemp seeds. And same thing, I get it into me and then get it back with some water if needed. It's really hard to put these all in your mouth at once, so you kind of have to do them one at a time. And then I do 2 to 3 teaspoons of flax seeds, okay? So the hemp and the chia seeds, ground flaxseed, okay? So I grind these up and then put them in my little jars, and they're ready to go for me. So the hemp seeds and chia seeds have lots of protein in them, and all of these have a ton of omegas in them. So I'm getting all my oils and a bunch of protein and stuff just right off the hop at noon. And then I get a glass and I fill it with water, and I add a green powder. And right now I like both of these, and so I alternate between the two. So I put 1 to 2 tablespoons of a greens supplement, and I'll put the information about these below. And then I also add some vitamin C, and I'm using this one right now, which I'll put in the description box below. So don't put your powder in first, put it in after the water. Otherwise, if you put your powders in and then the powders will all just stick to the bottom. So I put in water, and then I put in my 1 to 2 tablespoons of greens powder, and I put a tablespoon of my vitamin C, and then I get my little frother and I blend it up and get it back. So right off the hop at noon, I've got all this awesomeness into me, and then I will start consuming actual food. So it'll be a big, huge smoothie with bananas and kale and berries and, I don't know, chaga mushroom. I did a video on smoothies if you guys want to check that out. So I'll either have a big, giant smoothie, or I'll have a big, giant salad, or I'll have something, left over from the day before or whatever. But I'll have a big, huge, I was going to say big ass. I think that's okay on the internet. Okay, so I have a big, huge salad, and then, or meal, whatever. And then I could maybe snack throughout the day on fruit, or I made some flaxseed crackers in my dehydrator the other day. Like, I'll dip those in I made some red pepper hummus, or, I am going to make this raw vegan goat cheese. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do that. I just have to find some decent basil. All the basil in the grocery stores is like wilty and gross these days. So anyways, I could spread that, like this raw vegan goat cheese on my flax crackers, whatever, snacks, okay? And then, like 5, 6, or 7-ish, I will have a nice big dinner. So I'm getting lots of calories, I'm getting all my nutrients, I'm just restricting the window in which I consume those nutrients, and it's all totally raw. And yeah, anyways, that's sort of my routine, if that helps anyone. And yeah, other than that, I feel great. I'm happy that I decided to do this, because I'm certainly getting rid of a lot of the other addictions that I had before. My only struggle is not having anything cooked. And I have another 2 and a bit weeks to go, so maybe that addiction will drop off as well. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I feel great. Everything's going good. My only struggle is the cooked food, but other than that, everything else is fan-freaking-tastic. And I wish you guys all the best on your journeys, wherever you may be on your journeys. I thank you for stopping in, and I hope you all have a really fantastic day.